now I feel like anything that I want or desire is going to be needy.
What is something that you're wanting? What's an example of something that you want?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the men that in these groups, want a more robust, let's say, sex life.
Okay.
I really crave and desire and want in my life physical affection. That's my love language for sure. Like even just as simple as just a quick kiss in the morning. Hey, how you doing? Stuff like that, or a hug every now and then. You know what I mean? Without me always 100% of the time being the one that has to initiate it.
So the staircase of intimacy has 3 staircases, 3 stairwells: emotional, physical, like literal physical intimacy is the second, and then vision, wanting to speak about being on the adventure together, wanting to contemplate growth together in the relationship. So emotional connection, where again, something she wouldn't say to anyone else: emotional, physical, or vision. What would you say, where would you say your wife is as far as desiring those 3 areas with you?
Nowhere. Like she's on a staircase that goes downward into like a repellent basement.
Yeah,
the chasm of discontent.
I gotta write that. I'm gonna steal that. Chasm of discontent. So when she's in the chasm of discontent, okay, when she feels like she's underwater or the relationship is underwater, almost anything you say can be misconstrued or construed in a negative way. Yeah. So in the morning, if I'm you and I'm like, hey, come over here and give me a kiss, and she's in the chasm of discontent, she might say, ooh, that's needy, gross, that's pressure, stop pressuring me. I told you to let me come to you for physicality, and you don't listen to anything I say, slam, slam, slam. Right? That could happen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you could be in a great relationship and you could say, I'd love your mouth on my cock. And she says, I'm free at 3 o'clock. Does that work for you? Right. So it depends on the context and the relationship. True?
Sure. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So bring me into your world for a moment. What's something that you feel if she's in the chasm of discontent? Give me that frame of your question.
Figuring out ways I could have been better from so basically, thinking about things that happened before. Should we potentially reconcile? How would a 2.0 version look? Or, possibly, yeah, if this doesn't work out, then, what would it look like in another relationship? How to approach that.
I see. Okay.
How to approach my needs as a man and my boundaries without coming off as needy, basically.
Sure. Okay. So that's a really big question. And let me dive. Yeah. So let me just dive real deep with you. And before I started this work, if I would have heard what I was about to say right now, it wouldn't have made any sense to me. So tell me how this hits you, right?
Okay.
When you fully realize that you care about your woman, but you know that someday this relationship is going to end, whether it's tomorrow or 100 years from now, and you know that that'll be sad, but that it won't end your life and that you can and will have happiness regardless of her. So she's truly the icing on your cake. So you love her, you care for her, but you're totally okay if she doesn't like you right now. Like you're totally fine if she doesn't like you. If she doesn't want to be with you anymore, you'd be sad. It'd be, bad. You wouldn't like that. But if she is upset with you and she scolds your little boy, as we were talking about earlier, you're totally fucking fine with that. Like it doesn't do any, it's like a little girl in the school playground who's calling you a poopy face. Like, oh, you seem really upset. And when you get to that point, when and I mean this with love, that what they say goes through a filter of I don't really give a shit. And I'm saying this with love. Okay. You care about her, but she could say, that doesn't mean you're going to be with this woman forever. If she's abusive or, you're not going to want to be with her, but women find it incredibly attractive when what they say can never make you butt hurt. Like think about the bad boy. The bad boy doesn't give a fuck. I'm just an aloof dick is over here. It's really shallow. It's really shallow. You could go objectifies women and you'd blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you go all the way to the other end as an enlightened man. An enlightened man knows we're all going to die, knows that she's in the moment of her ego and her feminine chaos, knows he's good with himself. And if he, lives in the East, he's meditated or given himself to God or Buddha, for instance, maybe. Or if he's in the West, he is good with his success. He's good with the path that he's on. And he's also good with his own spirituality, whatever that means to you, like nature or fate or God or whatever word you put on it. But like, for instance, this morning, I was standing, looking out my back window, looking at the trees, and there's always things on my mind, right? Business and life and my son, and I'm human. And then I just had this moment of, this is such a beautiful moment right this second. Now, that is nirvana. That's what nirvana is in that second. Just like everything else is going to be how it's going to be. I'm on the path of purpose and service. And, I'm not perfect by any means, but that moment of like, wow, how beautiful and how great is my life right this moment. That's a moment of nirvana. And so the spiritually enlightened man, the enlightened man, okay, again, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at this. I don't levitate off the ground or anything, right? But the idea you're asking about of how do I not be needy is you have this idea that even if she's upset with you, what does that mean in the grand? You literally feel the vastness of the oceans and the beauty of all the mountains and where's the most beautiful place you've ever traveled to in the world. And you see the hurt little girl within her when she's pissed and spitting, and it's just, it all doesn't mean, it doesn't hurt your little boy. It's like a rubber knife. She goes to stab you and the knife just bends.
Yeah.
She's trying to stab you with the knife because she's defending herself or she hates you in that moment or whatever. And the knife just bends.
Yeah.